What if Martin didn't stand up? What if Rosa didn't sit down? What if Malcolm didn't man up? Where would we be now? What if Marley didn't get up, stand up? What if Du Bois didn't come to advance us? And Mandela didn't come to teach us? Where would we be now? We are the ones we've been waiting for. We can change the world. We can change the world with our love, 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 love. 'Cause it is up to us. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We can change the world. Our love can change the world. We can change the world with our love, 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 love. Our love can change the world. What if Maya didn't speak out? What if Langston Hughes didn't write it down? What if Josephine Baker didn't dance it out? No. Tell me, where would we be now? What if Sojourner never told the truth? Or Ida B. Wells never printed the news? Harriet never went underground? Where would we be now? We are the ones we've been waiting for. We can change the world. We can change the world with our love, 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 love. 'Cause it is up to us. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We can change the world. Our love can change the world. We can change the world with our love, 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 love. Our love can change the world. Me too, I matter, you matter, we matter. Together we are love. Me too, I matter, you matter, we matter. Together we are love. It's gotta be all of us to stand up and speak out with all of our love. Love, 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 love. 'Cause it is up to us. Change the world. Our love will change the world. We will change the world with our love, 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 love. Our love will change the world. Oprah, Kamala, Ava, Tarana, and Lena, Serena, Viola, Opal, Patrice, and Alicia. You and me are the chosen. Right now, this is our moment. We are a people of motion. Our love's gonna change the world.
May our hearts beat everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the celebration today, Open Heart Spiritual Center celebration. I'd also like to say Happy Father's Day. And I'd like to just know that we are all here present, and let's just let go of anything that has come before this time so that we can be present here in this moment. I know that oftentimes we get busy and allow that monkey mind, we call it, to run on. But let's just allow that to set aside for now, for this next little bit, and center ourselves and be present. Let's just take a breath. Breathing in this breath and releasing this breath and releasing all that has come before this time. Allowing ourselves today is a new day. This is a new celebration. We're celebrating fathers on this day, as well as we're celebrating one another, because every day is a new day and it's time for celebration. It doesn't have to be any special occasion to celebrate. Let's just celebrate breath and celebrate life, and allow ourselves to just remember that there's one mind that is within each and every single one of us, that is in all things here on this planet. And knowing that that one mind is that intelligence and that wisdom and that divine perfection that is in each one of us. And just allowing ourselves to be open and receptive today to receive the message. And I just give thanks for the song. Oftentimes we hear the music, but we don't allow ourselves to feel it. Today I invite you to feel the music. Allow yourself to feel that. And there's a message in the music. And for the messenger, opening up and allowing the conduit of the divine energy and divine source of God, Spirit, Allah, Buddha, whomever you call. It doesn't care about a name. It only cares that you call and listen and allow it to just pour itself into you. And so as we just are here and now, present wherever we are, and knowing that we might not be with someone where we are, or we might have a mate, or even watching with our family, but knowing that we're all watching together, because we are Open Heart Spiritual Center family. And I just give thanks for this day. I release this knowing into the law that it's already done, and let the celebration begin. And so it is.
Change. Everything will change. Everything must change. Nothing stays the same. No. Everyone must change. Nothing stays the same. The young becomes the old. Mysteries do unfold. Yes, they will. 'Cause that's the way of time. Everything must change. There are not many things in life you can be sure of, except rain comes from the clouds and sun lights up the sky, and hummingbirds do fly. Winter turns to spring. The wounded heart will heal. Yes, it will. But never much too soon. Everything must change. The young becomes the old. Mysteries do unfold. 'Cause that's the way of time. Nothing and no one goes unchanged. There are not many things in life you can be sure of. Except rain comes from the clouds and sun lights up the sky and hummingbirds do fly. Can be sure of. Except rain comes from the clouds and sun lights up the sky and hummingbirds do fly. Everything will change. Everything will change. Everything will change. Everything will change.
What comes from the heart reaches the heart. Good morning and welcome to our Heartstream for this Sunday, June the 21st, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, whether you are a biological father or you play the role as a father figure in people's lives. This is your day. I say happy Father's Day to each and every one of you. I want to bid happy Father's Day to my father, Bishop Marshall Gilmore. I love you, Daddy. Thank you for being a fantastic father for me all of these years. I'm also proud of my son, Kenneth Barnes, who's making his way as a great father. Happy Father's Day to you and again to all of you. To those of you for whom this day is a difficult one because maybe your father has transitioned or that your experience of a father was not the best, maybe tried to be a father, were not able to, or just you had an estranged relationship, an abusive relationship or whatever else. Again, as always, my prayers and energy for healing go out to each and every one of you. This is, again, though, a very special day, and I celebrate that opportunity. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to be a father. I love being a father, and it's a wonderful day. And now I add to that grandfather, but it's a wonderful, wonderful day. I also want to take the time first to ask for your continued prayers for our own Krista right there. And then, as I mentioned on last week, that our own Cedillo Arnett, Mama Cedillo, as she was known, as they were part of our Open Heart family, who transitioned, Coach PA, who does the Stretch Yokalades at Unity, so the way that they're doing this, and there will be information in the announcements, is that today at 2 p.m. at the Hattie Lou Theater, there will be a time for food and fellowship between the hours of 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. that you can stop in and spend some time with the family. And then next Sunday, from beginning at 12 noon at the Collage Dance Theater, will be a time for music and memories. So we want to keep the family lifted, remember them, continue to hold the space for them, to hold the high watch for them with that. And for all the other people who are also experiencing the loss of loved ones and the many other ways in which we pray for people. Thank you for your support for this Heartstream, your support for Open Heart. Remember to get the word out to others, let them know about it. Your financial contributions are always appreciated. And as always, I greet you, I bless you, I see God in you.
Today is a day like no other day. Just think and you'll know that it's true. Days like today should be holidays. So I'm singing this message to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Just have a happy day.
There are several ways to give to Open Heart: through our Cash App at OHSC 901, online at OHSC901.com, or text the word GIVE to 615-422-4290.
A powerful way to start or continue your day is with our daily prayer call. Each morning, at 8 a.m. Central Time, a prayer team member provides an inspirational reading and an affirmative prayer. Join us at 901-586-8755.
Come to Unity Christian Church's Children's Church Open House on Sunday, June 21st at 11 a.m. Welcome to Children's Church 2.0. The mission is to help children reconnect with their spiritual self or continue that connection through a curriculum that celebrates their God self and focuses on school readiness and preparation. This is facilitated by Elder Jacqueline Williams. In loving honor of Mama Cedillo Arnett, there are two ways in which they are celebrating her life. First, today, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., food and fellowship at the Hallelujah Theater. And then on next Sunday, from 12 to 3, music and memories at Collage Dance Theater. Let's continue to support and to share our love with her family for her life and all of the things that she shared with us. Up to Vote 901 presents Black Civics 101 Voter Empowerment Session on Saturday, June the 27th from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at Abyssinian Baptist Church. This interactive voter empowerment session will help participants understand how local, state, and federal government function, learn how districts, precincts, and elections shape political power, explore practical strategies for increasing voter turnout, and connect with faith leaders, organizers, and community members committed to civic engagement.
I'm trying to keep cheering up in here, I've been through so much in my life. I wish I had enough time to just tell you everything, but I don't. God has been good to me. He's been better to me than I've been to my own self. So for that, I'm blessed.
Waking up, thanking God. Every day is feeling just like Sunday. Feeling fly, moving high. Green light, everything's going my way.
Running clean, living dreams. Just left the bar and I'm feeling like Midas. Heard him say, give him praise. What's in the water got me feeling like this.
Not a day goes by that I don't try to thank the power inside. If you wonder why I'm loving life, come close and I tell you why. Ask me how I'm doing, I'm blessed. Yes, living every moment, no regrets. Smile upon my face, I'm like, oh, yes, I'm blessed. Yes, I'm blessed. Yes, ask me how I'm doing, I'm blessed. Yes, living every moment, no regrets. Smile upon my face, I'm like, oh, yes, I'm blessed. Yes, I'm blessed. Yes.
Playing cards, living hard, barbecuing, waking up the whole lot. Music loud, turning out. Everybody on the dance floor won't stop. Life is good, really good, and every moment, no, I can't forget. I gotta say, I won't change. Every day I'm filled with bliss.
And the day goes by that I don't try to thank the power inside. If you wonder why I'm loving life, come close and I tell you why. Ask me how I'm doing, I'm blessed. Yes, living every moment, no regrets. Smile upon my face, I'm like, oh, yes, I'm blessed. Yes, I'm blessed. Yes, ask me how I'm doing, I'm blessed. Yes, living every moment, no regrets. Smile upon my face, I'm like, oh, yes, I'm blessed. Yes, I'm blessed. Yes.
Say, oh yes, oh yeah.
DIY life, a do-it-yourself life. Many of you know the song. You remember it. We used to do it at the end of our celebration, the words, there was a time in my life I used to think I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know that the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know that the love of God was at hand. Now, all I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you got to let go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say. And we know how it goes on, the rest of the song. But a part of the song, the beginning of that song, the very beginning comes to me when I think about the term and the concept of a DIY or a do-it-yourself life. When we think that we have to do things for ourselves, that we have to go it alone, when we feel as if we are all alone. And on this Father's Day, I want to recognize and acknowledge that we never, ever have to go it alone, that our lives are endowed with spirit. And allow me to pause here for just a moment and say that I know that traditionally we have referred to God as Father, and we know, though, that in the New Thought Ancient Wisdom tradition, we expand that view and we see God not only as Father, but God as Mother, and God as ultimately as Spirit. And we know the Master Teacher Jesus referred to God as Father, but back in his day, the language and the understanding of people, all of that. And so ultimately, though, let me just say I'm kind of doing a sort of double speak when I'm acknowledging God as Spirit, God transcending gender, but then today leaning on that idea of God as Father in our understanding of God as Father. And as we allow Spirit to operate in our lives, then we're not struggling on our own. But so often we get caught up in thinking that we are by ourselves. We get caught up in thinking that we have to do things on our own. I think about the Apostle Paul writing about life in the flesh versus life in the spirit. And so often this idea of life in the flesh has been interpreted to mean something carnal or something of a sexual nature. But ultimately, life in the flesh refers to trying to do things on our own. And then that's contrasted with the idea of life in the spirit, when we are doing things with and through the power and the direction of God. When I first organized Open Heart, and I talked about the belief that we are expressions of God, and I would say that you are God, and I would point out how the master teacher asked the question, do you not know that you are God? There were people who really struggled with that. I try to help by explaining to them, if we look at the nature of our universe, and we understand God to be the creative force in the universe ultimately being the creative force, that dynamic force that gives life to worlds. It creates on the macro level, and we replicate that creative process by creating on the micro level, which brings me to the idea about the word. In the prologue to John's gospel, we hear in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God, and the word became flesh, and it dwelt among us. And that's the creative process on the micro level, moving to on the macro level, moving to the micro level. The creative force on the micro level, moving to the micro level. And we find in Genesis the understanding that as God spoke, there was. God spoke and there was. And in our lives, that we too, that as we speak things into reality. That's why we talk about being careful about what it is that we say, because our words, ultimately the words that we say to ourselves are thinking, but the words, whether we say them out loud, we say them internally, those things become a part of the creative aspect in our lives. And something that I say too that is controversial for people, but it's a part of our teaching, is that the word of God is what we say about ourselves to ourselves. I know our fundamentalist people like to talk about the word of God being the Bible and all of that, but ultimately the word of God in our understanding is what we say to ourselves about ourselves. And when we're not aware and conscious of that, we find ourselves struggling. We find ourselves in a space and place where we're worried about things. We're worried about finances. We're worried about our relationships. We're worried about the general direction of our lives. We're worried about our health and so many other things that we're struggling with, not recognizing that help is available for us. And when we begin to understand this, when we embody this in our lives, and that's an important thing, we have to embody it. That word becomes flesh, the presence of God, of all that is and all that we do. We embody the presence of God first when we take time to go within and to really feel it. And we feel that in the silence. We enter into the silence. Eddie Watkins sang, "Cast your intention into the void. The universe is waiting. Listen to the silence, only in the silence, there inside the silence." But often we get stuck and we operate as if we have to do things on our own. But ultimately, we have the opportunity each and every day to acknowledge the presence of God in our lives in every way, to understand that it's always abiding with us. It is never abandoning us, but that it's always there. If you think that you're alone and that God has abandoned you, ask yourself this question: who was it that walked away? God never walks away from us, and we can never ruin our relationship with God. But there's so often that I hear people expressing that very same sentiment. A woman came to me one time talking to me about her estranged relationship with her father because of some decisions that she had made. She said that her father had rejected her and was not speaking to her. Then she said that she needed me to pray for her. And I said to her, I'm more than happy to pray for you, but I'd like to also pray with you. She said, you're going to have to pray for me because God is not hearing my prayers. God rejects my prayers because some of those things that I've done, God is also not pleased with. I tried to show her that she was equating her relationship with her father, that estranged relationship, with her relationship with God, but she couldn't see it. She wasn't having it. Lest you fall into that same trap, I'm here to remind you that you are a beloved creation of God, and God never forsakes creation. We have to understand that practicing this in our daily lives is important. When we talk about practicing the presence of God, of course, I think of the monk, Brother Lawrence. Brother Lawrence in the monastery got assigned to kitchen duty. And while the other monks were praying and going about their devotional life, he very often found himself in the kitchen. And he was frustrated and discouraged at first. But over time, he found that when he became present, when he focused on what seemed to be a mundane and menial task, that when he did it with a sense of devotion, it was there that he also encountered and was within the presence of God. And he became known for his teaching, practicing the presence of God in everyday life. And he advocated 3 steps to being able to know that presence and to abide in that presence. The first was to turn thoughts to God regularly, to direct your thoughts toward the God within, making it a habit. The second was to engage in conversation, to maintain a silent, affectionate dialogue with the God within throughout the day. And finally, to focus on love, to approach all actions from the perspective of love, not from for recognition or for reward, but from the perspective of love. I think about the movie The Lion King. If you're not familiar with the story, there was the baby lion cub Simba, who along with his father Mufasa, were part of the focus of the story. Mufasa, his father, was the king of the jungle. He was the king of Pride Land. And when Simba was born, they presented him to Pride Land. And there we see Simba in this great ceremony when that happens. And then later on, we see Simba, an impetuous little boy, little lion cub, an impetuous little lion cub who wanted to do things on his own. Sound familiar? One day he went out to where his father forbade him to go, to the elephant graveyard. But he and his companion Nala went anyway. They found themselves suddenly surrounded by hyenas who were intent on doing them in. And Simba, though, was standing his ground, and he was saying to them how he was going to keep them off of them. And he let out a roar, or what he thought was a roar, but it ultimately came out like a purr, and the hyenas laughed. They made fun of him. He tried it again. It still came out in that way. And then one last time, as they were closing in on him, he mustered up all of his strength, all of his might, and then he did it again. And then you could hear, though, this gigantuous roar that shook things, and the hyenas cowered in fear. And then Simba realized that it wasn't actually coming from him, and as he turned around, there standing behind him was his father, Mufasa. And he was there for him. Later, they had a conversation, and Simba said to his father, he let him know I was scared. I didn't know what was going to happen. And what about those times when you're not there for me like that? Mufasa reminded him of two things. He said, number one, that the ancestor lions, the ones that went before me, are always watching over us and are always with us. And then the day when I become an ancestor, I still will always be with you. And that is the thing that is important for us to understand, that God is always with us. God is always guiding us, and we don't have to do things on our own. And also leaning on our African heritage, our ancestors being a part of our experience as well. On this Father's Day, I think about my own father, that time when I was looking forward to a big day in my life. Yes, the day I was going to ride my bike without training wheels. That day came. I was excited about it. Behind our house was an alley. There was a place for a lot of our activities as kids. We raced back there. We rode our bikes back there. In the wintertime, it often would freeze over with ice, and we would sled back there. That was a great time. But going back to that big day, this was the first time I was going to ride my bike without training wheels. I can remember getting on that bike, my father standing there beside me and giving me words of reassurance and encouragement, and telling me that I could do it, saying that he was going to be with me. And I can remember taking off and started pedaling, and he was holding on to me. He was holding on to the bike, holding on to the seat. And I remember him running along beside me, and me riding and me pedaling, him holding me up, going forward and excited and thrilled. I could feel the wind blowing in my face. I was pedaling. I was now riding without training wheels. I started talking to him, but I noticed that he wasn't responding. And then I turned slightly, and I saw that he was way back down the alley, and I was doing it. I was actually pedaling by myself. I was actually riding the bike by myself without training wheels. But then fear and worry overtook me. I wasn't confident enough in myself at that moment. Suddenly, I started to get wobbly, unsure, and uncertain, and the bike went over into the bushes. He came and got me. He said, let's try it again. But I was worried about trying to do it again without his help. But he reassured me that even though he might not be running along beside me, that he was with me and he was pulling for me. And that's the thing that we have to understand in life, that in whatever we do, whatever situation or circumstance we find ourselves in, no matter what it is that we might face, the universe, God, Spirit, the one presence, the one power is always, always, always with us, guiding us, directing us. It is always there. We are never relegated to a DIY life. Even in those cases where it might seem that way, even when it seems like nobody else understands us, that nobody else responds to us, that nobody else is with us, that we're alone. That's not the truth. It's not the truth of who we are. It's not the truth of our existence. The fact is, we're never alone. We have the abiding presence that continues to hold us, that continues to maintain us, that continues to keep us in all that we do. We already know the key to allowing it to happen. Because as I started out, there was a time in my life where I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know that the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know that the love of God was at hand. But now, all I can say is if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through, you've got to let go. Let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Amen. Ashe. And so it is. And happy Father's Day.
Listen, if you want different, gotta be different. Your next level doesn't vibe with your old investment. Shed the skin of all the mind, upgrade the soul. Your next level gotta be your primary goal. New energy, new frequency, new level of care. Ain't no shortcuts, ain't no easy step. Growth demands, sacrifice demands, you change. Your next level requires you to rearrange.
Next level call, you hear that sound? Time to elevate, time to break ground. Your next level requires a new version of you. New mindset, new moves, new truth. Shed your whole self, leave it all behind. Your next level's waiting, that's by design. Your next level requires a new version of you. Stronger, bolder, starting anew. Evolution's calling, answer the bell. Your next level, watch me excel.
Can't stay stuck in yesterday's game. Your next level's calling a different name. Upgrade your thinking, upgrade your vibe. Your next level means you gotta bribe yourself with belief,
with discipline, with faith. Your next level won't tolerate waste. I'm not the same person I was last week. Your next level's like a mountain peak, climbing higher, reaching far. Your next level turns you into a star. You know, your next level requires a new version of you. New mindset, new mood, truth. Shed your old self, leave it all behind. Your next level's waiting, that's by design.
Listen, if you want different, gotta be different. Your next level doesn't vibe with your old investment. Shed the skin of all the mind, upgrade the soul. Your next level gotta be your primary goal. New energy, new frequency, new level of care. Ain't no shortcuts, ain't no easy step. Growth demands, sacrifice demands, you change. Your next level requires you to rearrange.
Next level call, you hear that sound? Time to elevate, time to break ground. Your next level requires a new version of you. New mindset, new moves, new truth. Shed your whole self, leave it all behind. Your next level's waiting, that's by design. Your next level requires a new version of you. Stronger, bolder, starting anew. Evolution's calling, answer the bell. Your next level, watch me excel.
Can't stay stuck in yesterday's game. Your next level's calling a different name. Upgrade your thinking, upgrade your vibe. Your next level means you gotta bribe yourself with belief,
with discipline, with faith. Your next level won't tolerate waste. I'm not the same person I was last week. Your next level's like a mountain peak, climbing higher, reaching far. Your next level turns you into a star. You know, your next level requires a new version of you. New mindset, new mood, truth. Shed your old self, leave it all behind. Your next level's waiting, that's why.
Listen, if you want different, gotta be different. Your next level doesn't vibe with your old investment. Shed the skin of all the mind, upgrade the soul. Your next level gotta be your primary goal. New energy, new frequency, new level of care. Ain't no shortcuts, ain't no easy step. Growth demands, sacrifice demands, you change. Your next level requires you to rearrange.
Next level call, you hear that sound. Time to elevate, time to break ground. Your next level requires a new version of you. New mindset, new moves, new truth. Shed your whole self, leave it all behind. Your next level's waiting, that's by design. Your next level requires a new version of you. Stronger, bolder, starting anew. Revolution's calling, answer the bell. Your next level, watch me excel.
Can't stay stuck in yesterday's game. Your next level's calling a different name. Upgrade your thinking, upgrade your vibe. Your next level means you gotta bribe yourself with belief,
With discipline, with faith. Your next level won't tolerate waste. Hell, I'm not the same person I was last week. Your next level's like a mountain peak. Climbing higher, reaching far. Your next level turns you into a star. You know, your next level requires a new